Hello and welcome to my Sunday afternoon. And what's the weather doing?
Yeah, so you guessed it, pouring down with rain.
Ugh. So I've got about, I reckon I've got about five and a half hours or so before I have to leave the house, and I've got a few things that I want to do before that happens, because I'm going out this evening. I'm going to go and see my daddy, play some music with him, with some friends as well, and then after that I'm going to travel back with IB, because IB's coming to this social gathering too, and then the next day I'm going to work at his company and then travel home after that in the evening. So that's my plan. Right, so the things that I want to do. Can I just point out how dark it is at lunchtime, by the way, without any of the lights on? And this camera makes things look brighter. That's better. So the first thing I want to do is an organising-y task. I bought these lovely ring binders, nice flexible ones that go in my rucksack easily without being too stiff or getting broken, you know. They were £1 each in the works. You probably saw, actually, if you watched my vlog the other day when I bought them. They were advertised as £1.50 and then they rang up as £1. So anyway, one of them I want to put in all the songs that I've been learning for the singer-guitarist that I'm doing a gig with later this week. We have about 3.5 days left till that, so I've got to get my skates on and learn it all. And the other one is going to be for my Portuguese stuff, because I've been doing some classes, you see, which I'm really enjoying. I'm going to pop some of these Polly Pockets in first. I'm getting through these at a rate of knots. I think I'm going to have to buy some more soon. Something that runs onto 2 pages next. I love organising my stationery. It makes me feel really in control. That's that first one done. I'm just going to pop a label on it and then we're good to go. That's going to make practicing a bit easier as well. One thing I'm not loving about this is the fact that this is hanging out of the end, so it's likely to get a bit crumpled in the bag, but I guess what do I expect for £1? Would probably be better without the Polly Pockets. Now the next thing's my Portuguese folder, and I did think this would be fine because I just recycled an old one, but I don't want to take this in my bag, it's going to get wrecked. And I was thinking, well, I'll just leave the folder at home, I'll write my notes up, I'll put it in the folder, and I just won't take that to class. I'll just, you know, add to it every time I get back. But then I was in class last week and something came up and I just wanted to refer back to my notes and I couldn't, so I thought, no, I'm going to get a plastic bendy one. I've been making myself a few little revision cards and things that I'm going to need to unclip and refer to a lot because, oh, these are things that have just confused me since forever. And my notes, I must admit, I do like to use those 4-colour pens. So I've got everything in Portuguese in pink, translations in green, little bits of kind of functional stuff in other colours so it stands out. So there we are. Some of this stuff I got completely carried away and I researched the topic that I'd been doing in class and hadn't quite understood by Googling it and getting more information online from videos and things like that. So I kind of extended it, but I'm happy to use the structure of the class and then do a bit of self-study as well on top of it. Yeah, okay, admission, I have been using rather decadent, what's it called, washi tape to demark the different sections, because for no other reason than it makes me happy. I don't know if it serves any academic purpose whatsoever, but it makes me happy. So maybe it's good for motivation, I don't know. We had to compose a recipe in class. It was a written exercise. That's what we did last time. Which was because we were studying the command forms, the imperative forms of verbs. So telling people what to do. So instead of like to cook, cook the dinner, you know. So recipes are quite good for teaching that, I think, because it's instructions all the way through, isn't it? Heat up the pan, stir, you know. So anyway, that's what that was all about. And everybody had to write one and then we all had to read them out at the end, and then the teacher was writing main points on the board for us all and we were discussing points and like putting our hand up and saying, oh, I don't understand what that word means, and then discussing it as a group, that sort of thing, in case you're interested. And this is the textbook we're using, and they're not cheap. It's more than 30 quid, I think, for new. I nearly managed to get one second hand and then it went before I bought it. And also it comes with an accompanying book. We haven't been asked to get this, but I did anyway because I just want to do a bit of extra self-study if I can find the time to do it. And to my very great delight, I thought the whole course was Brazilian Portuguese, but this textbook is European Portuguese and a lot of it's set in Lisbon itself. So it's really relatable for me. I'm delighted. With the book you can access their internet and put a code in to download all the audio files that go with it, and it's all Portuguese from Portugal, so I'm so pleased. Yay! So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and transfer the contents of this cardboard file into the plastic one. Good, that's those two done then. Ew, that is one dusty drawer, that is. I wonder if this new duster will work. I think probably not, actually, it's the wrong shape. It works, it's not bad. That's my Portuguese drawer, by the way. I need to do a label. Ah ha ha, look, this keeps wanting to pewing back up. But I've got my special Chinese shop pegs from Koss. I think I'd probably just better unclip the pages out the folder on the night of the gig, because I don't think that's going to go down too well if I turn up with these babies. I've just spent about a quarter of an hour running through the set of the new things that I'm going to be performing later this week for the first time, and honestly, they're fine. I've done so much work on it in preparation that it's just coming together really easily. I can play it all and it's fine. I don't want to over practice it because I'll probably start getting bored of it. So I'm going to move on to technique now until I get too hungry to practice anymore. Then I'm going to stop for lunch. I practiced for about 40 minutes. What is my hair doing? Reminds me of some sort of wildlife actually, of the primate variety. Anyway, I practiced for 40 minutes, got hungry, but then I had to make a phone call to my boyfriend who needed to talk about a gig. Some details, but that's sorted now, so I'm going to go and cook some lunch out of all my reduced to clear stuff that I got yesterday. I'm going to have this, I think. It's simply the breast, apparently, so we'll see. I'm just going to cook them both because they need cooking up, and then I might have some later as well. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Chucked in my leftover cooked broccoli from yesterday's meal as well, so looking kind of colourful. It's 3 p.m. and I'm looking out of my window. It's getting dark. It's really, really grey and dreary looking out there. Well, it's a bit of a mush meal, but it smells nice enough and I'm looking forward to it. Well, lunch was nice. I'm back at my desk again. Look, I'm going to do some Portuguese work. So a lot of people in the class have already done another year previous to this one, so I want to go through all the stuff that I missed basically and cherry pick out bits that I've still got difficulty with.
O Afonso e a Marta encontram-se numa festa em casa de amigo.
There are some true or false questions to do based on the text that I was just listening to. Done that, and this one's a listen and repeat one.
2.
Que interessante.
Que interessante.
6.
É muito difícil.
É muito difícil. There was a bit more listen and repeat to do here, and this one's one of these, join them up. So these are questions here and answers there, and you just basically join the right ones with a line. It's a bit like kiddies' workbooks, this. Por que estás a estudar francês? Francês. Porque trabalho numa empresa francesa. Basically means, why are you studying French? Because I work for a French company. I know, it's the height of excitement. It is really raining out there. It is now dark. I've got to go out in about 2 hours. I've got a bit of a walk from the train station to get to where I'm going. I might be a drowned rat by the time I arrive. Anyway, that happened, obviously. Put my footage on to make sure I hadn't filmed too much, and I haven't. I'm not going to film it, but I'm going to go back in the cellar and finish off the flute practice that I didn't quite finish earlier. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to eat before leaving, or make something to take with me. And I haven't got any bread, so I don't know how that's going to go. And then I'm going to leave on a train with a bag packed for an overnight stay. I'm going out in 45 minutes. I had to practice again for about 45 minutes, in fact. So I think I've done about an hour and a half today in total. Still not enough, I feel, but I'm trying to just get back into it and raise my standard up again. I'm frying some mushrooms, that's obvious, isn't it? You can see that. I'm also microwaving one of those delicious potatoes that I got from Home Bargains. And I'm going to grate some cheddar cheese to put on top of it, and that's going to be my tea before I leave the house. Oh, look at the cute reflection on the cheese lump. That is cute. I love the little things like that when I spot them. Makes me happy. This is probably more than enough cheese. I am possibly being a bit greedy there, but I really fancy cheese. Oh yeah, that is a lot of cheese. Bad Imo. Well, hopefully it'll keep me energised for the rest of the evening. I might have followed that up with a bit of cream cake left over from yesterday. There's still some left. Hopefully it's still good when I get back tomorrow evening. Anyway, I have to pack up now and leave, get the train. Something rather amazing is happening on the train, and that is this old dinosaur, born in the 70s, is actually editing without a mouse through choice. Well, kind of. It never works properly on this particular pattern. Some of the tables are right, but this pattern, it's just juddering and jittering, so I'm doing it like two-handed, like, you know, this lark, oh, what am I doing to my project? Like, you know, all this lark. Oh, I'm making progress in life. I don't know if I'm going to film anything at this music session or not, but if I don't, I will see you at Ivy's. Good morning, it's the next day. I'm up and dressed and ready to start my day of work in the office here at Ivy's, and he's late actually because he went on a site visit this morning and he's not back yet, so I can sneak in and do half an hour before he gets there, which is a good thing because do you know what he does? He sits opposite me on the desk and he keeps bursting into song randomly, and as soon as he does that, my concentration comes to a complete standstill. When he eventually stops singing, I have to start my thought processes all over again from the beginning. And I keep telling him, you're paying me by the hour. If you don't sing, you won't have to pay me as much because I'll get it done quicker. But he just can't help himself. He's very impulsive when it comes to bursting into song. Anyway, I am going to go and make a start now. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not vlogging today, by the way, because I need to close the time lag. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!